What? Go hard, cuz. Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Make sure everything is connected. Okay, good. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure my other screen is up. Okay, good. That's muted. All right. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm back again. Child, there's a lot to talk about. Let me just make sure everything's up. Okay, good. Thank you all for the super chats. I see them coming through. Appreciate it. Alicia says, you definitely got us through our workouts and relax us after work with the tea. Thank you. You are more than welcome. Thank you for coming through. Don to Daylight Madness says, JT coming in just in time to get me through my last 30 minutes of elliptical. That's what's up. Thank you guys for coming through today. Give me just a second here. Where's my viewer activity? Let me refresh the page. Man. So, gosh, it's a lot going on. But let me talk about yesterday. Let me start from yesterday. Okay. Yesterday was crazy. We did a green tea room. And the green tea room is, public. It's not like a closed Discord Zoom meeting. And you guys definitely notice a difference in the energy. That is why I'm very particular about my Discord. That's why it's not just wide open to the public. I'm big on energy. Everybody don't need to be in there. Everybody's not really, some people just like being agents of chaos. So it got really weird yesterday, near the end. And I have posted the podcast if you guys got a chance to hear it. But it just freaked me out. I know everybody was like, do a Zoom meeting. But after talking for 2 hours, I just didn't have the energy to do a Zoom meeting. It seems like a lot of shit has went down since Kanye dropped his Donda album. And there's even a meme going around. Somebody posted on Telegraph. And let me show you guys what the meme says. I'm just laughing at this. So let me share my screen real quick. So the meme says, since Donda dropped, Hurricane Ida made landfall in Louisiana. Soulja Boy's beefing with Kanye. Chris Brown said Kanye a hoe and he's tweaking. Summer Walker beefing with her baby daddy. Trick Daddy getting his booty ate. All this in the span of 24 hours. Something is going on with that damn album. A lot of folks are saying that Kanye West was performing rituals at the Donda listening party. And I had played you guys that clip that went viral on TikTok where people were saying that he was doing, a seance. I told you guys, if you guys listen to the full podcast, I have not been able to listen to the album. When I went to go play it, that whole repeating of Donda's name, I don't play with repetition like that. To me, it's spell casting. I wasn't feeling it. Repetition is the father of learning. And when you're constantly repeating stuff and people are saying, oh, he was repeating it because, of her age or, how long it took her to, pass. I don't know why he was repeating it. Don't care. But the fact that he kept repeating it, anything that's just repetitious to me is spell casting. So I wasn't here for it. After that, I just turned it off. I said, maybe I'll try and listen to the other songs later. I still haven't been able to get into it. But I don't know who the two demonic trolls were that came to the stream and started posting all types of devil stuff. And, they was just doing a bunch, and their nasty energy made the green room freeze. I couldn't see the chat. People could only hear every other sentence. And then, thank goodness, 10-4 Weekend unmuted her mic and was like, T, we can't hear you. We can only hear every other word. So she came through on my end loud and clear. But on the podcast, you can't even hear what she's saying. So I don't know. It was just really weird, really paranormal-ish yesterday. So after that, I was like, you know what, honey, go ahead and drink me some tea, go lay down. That was just too much. Too much on my spirit. So maybe, we can talk further in a private Zoom meeting. But it was just too much that went on yesterday. That freaked a lot of people out. I know people were talking about it on Discord all night. But we've had 8 green rooms. That has never happened. Usually when we have them, everything goes smooth. But the fact that these 2 characters showed up is we're talking about Kanye, we're talking about the ATL serial killer, and then one of Kanye's Donda backup dancers was trying to call in. And then it was everything went haywire. So I don't know. Everything went haywire, honey. I felt like playing that. You remember that Unsolved Mysteries, like their beat, or was that the X-Files? That little beat. It was just weird. It was weird. Somebody said listen to it at 2 a.m. when you got scared. Yeah, it was just weird. I just wanted to edit it, put it up, and just go on about my business. Because I'm like, what the hell? It was too much. It was like, it got so weird at the end. And like I said, I couldn't see the chat. The chat froze. And it had froze for like 10 minutes. It would not refresh. Nobody could see me. I couldn't chat. I couldn't read anything. It was crazy. It was crazy. But like I say all the time, being very spiritually in tune, a lot of us are, we battle against things that are not of this world sometimes, so that's why I say stay prayed up, because the stuff that was going on yesterday in the green room was like nuts. So anyways, on top of that, we heard the bad news today that Mr. Greg Leaks passed away. That is Nene Leaks' husband. I got a chance to meet him in 2019 when I went down to her event in Miami. And I had a really good time. And Greg was just super cool, very down to earth, nothing but positive energy. He really was her better half, So I definitely feel really bad for Nene. It was announced today. Go ahead and share this with you guys. Well, matter of fact, she kind of went off the other day on social media. The video leaked on social media. She was going off because, Nene has that new club, Lovelyti. And people had, got tables there. And some of the people were upset because she didn't even come and greet them or say, happy birthday to them. So she started kind of going off saying, you don't know what I'm going through. My husband's dying. So that's when people found out that it was really bad. And this was about 3 days ago. So let me go ahead and play you guys that video really quick here. Like I said, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. So give me just a second to pull this up here. So this was Nene in the club.
I hope you guys are enjoying the can you turn the music for a second, please? Yeah. How y'all doing? All right. I hope everybody's enjoying the lounge tonight. I had a few people to approach me about a birthday, right? Yes. You guys saying happy birthday? Yes. Listen, happy birthday. Thank you. But please, I'm asking everybody in this lounge. I had no idea I was going to walk in here and grab this microphone and make an announcement, but I want to say this to you. I'm in this, and I want to be at peace. You see me, you see my son, give us a lot of love, okay? My husband is transitioning to the other side, and my room say happy birthday to you. Thank you guys for posting this out with rude. The real truth is you're rude. You don't know what we're dealing with right now. Yes. We walk in the lounge, so we have to walk in because this is our business. Yes. So when people approach and say you're rude, because you don't want to say happy birthday, my husband is at home dying. Yes. And I don't want to say happy birthday, okay? So please give us some respect, give us some love, okay? That's what we ask you. You see my son right here, he's hurting, I'm hurting, we all here because we comfortable here, because we have this business. But my husband is losing his life in this very moment. So when he stepped to me and told me I was rude, I really was upset by that. Because sometimes you don't know what people are dealing with, what people are going through. Okay? My husband is not going to be here in the next couple of days. Okay? I'm really upset I have to grab the microphone and put that out into the atmosphere because somebody was.
Okay, so let me come back on the screen. So you guys heard her basically talking to the audience, and she was kind of upset, really mad, and saying that Greg was getting ready to transition. A lot of people felt like, well, why was she in the club? She should have just, been by his side. But, I'm not judging. Maybe she needed to step away. Things were getting really heavy. That's a lot. And I didn't know that he was that sick again. I heard the cancer came back, but I did not know because, he beat it before. It went to like remission, and he's always been able to bounce back, but this time unfortunately he was not able to. So this was just announced about an hour ago. TMZ and other people announced it, and so they're saying that he died peacefully in his home surrounded by his family and loved ones. So this was me and Greg back in 2019, and like I said, it was a really cool event. We had a really good time. Everybody was we had fun. It was just like a really cool event. And it was just wonderful to get to meet them because you guys know I'm a huge fan of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I've been watching it from day one. Greg is like everybody's favorite husband on the show. Okay. And I think one of the most memorable moments on the show was when him and Nene Leakes got remarried. And I remember watching it and crying because even their oldest son, you know, he was shedding tears, and the youngest son, Brent, you know, he was crying. Like there wasn't a dry eye in the room. You know, everybody loved seeing him and Nene together. So rest in peace to Greg, and, you know, my condolences go out to Nene and her family. So I want to go ahead and talk about that really quick. Let me go ahead and read some more of these messages here. Sabrina Peacock sent $9.99. She says, I made it, sis. Yes, the Lord made sure I saw the notification. Amen. I'm glad you're here. And thank you so much for joining me. Nigel Noel Newark sent $19.99. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Shy Guy sent $5, says, hey, T, love you and your family. I hope you and the rest of the T Sippers have a great, prosperous month. Thank you so much. Yep, it's officially the 1st. So we'll see how this month goes, honey. Okay. I'm still nervous for 9/11 20-year anniversary to come, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, this month is going to be interesting. Ashley Nicole says, showing love from Crazy Ass Charlotte. It's not an official Lovelyti name for us, but it's fitting. Thanks for all you do. Looking good. Thank you so much, sis. And I miss Charlotte. I need to come back down there when things die down. I really miss traveling consistently, but there's really nothing we can do right now. Let's see. C. Johnson says, send love from Cali. Auntie, love you too. Thank you for coming through. Janae sent $1.99, says, someone said it was Jay's mother's last heartbeat. Child, I don't know. It might have been. I just wasn't feeling it. I feel like he used all these people to perform a seance, to, you know, release some type of energy. I'm just not feeling it. Now it makes sense why a man who's supposed to be, you know, a staunch Christian and reborn Christian was running around with the Satanist. And for people who try to say, oh, T, you're reaching, you're always trying to say that something's demonic. Marilyn Manson really is a part of the Church of Satan. I don't see how I'm reaching with that. He's a proud member of the Church of Satan. But anytime, you know, you speak truth to power, people always want to come and knock you, make it seem like you're the crazy one. I'm not crazy. He is a Satanist. I didn't just make that up. So again, this is the generation that fought to wear Satan shoes. So I'm not surprised. Okay. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the continual chanting of Donda's name. I believe in letting the dead rest in peace, you know. So let's see here. Nicole. I like how you spell your name. That's interesting. Nicole. It looks like it's spelled like Italian. Bracciato. Probably Italian. She says, hey, T, sending love and positive energy to you. I had to pause the playback on the Green Tea Room to come watch your live. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate you. Lola Senpai says, just want to say you look beautiful, Auntie, and always here for the tea. Kanye is definitely an agent of chaos. I agree. And this is someone who I have a lot of love for Kanye. I really genuinely love Kanye. But he's changed a lot. I don't know. He's just changed a lot. Like I said, he's one of my son's favorite artists. So my son is a huge Kanye fan, and I've always liked him, you know, because he was different. He wasn't trying to come out, even though he's from Chicago, he wasn't coming out doing drill music and killing other black men in his music. He was positive. But I don't know. I just don't know. I just can't get with this, with what he's doing and running with Marilyn Manson and all this weirdo shit. Unique Butterfly says, just another porn video, nothing different, nothing impressive. I'm really not surprised by anything Sukihana does anymore. She's sad, desperate, and seeking attention. Thank you for the super chat. We will talk about Suki in just a moment here. ER Sim 499 says, always a treat to catch a live, looking lovely as always. Bringing the esoteric truth bombs. Thank you so much. Mojo says, good evening, T. I've been trying to get on the Discord for a month, Auntie. What am I doing wrong? I emailed a few times since April. Messaged you on Instagram recently. Pretty please. Thank you. It's still, I have not been able to get through all of the emails, to be honest with you. It's been a lot between moving, trying to get settled in. I'm still going to go back through some of them, but I already announced today, if your card doesn't work, if you get kicked off the Discord, you can't come back. because it's been too much of a headache with people treating it like a revolving door. So if you're new and you've never been on the Discord, you will definitely have priority. But people who've been kicked off and trying to come back, I can't do it anymore. It's too much. But thank you so much for the super chat. So let me go ahead and talk about this whole Sukihana situation, child. First of all, I was minding my good business, okay? Running around. We had a bunch of contractors in here putting up lights. The theater room is almost done. They put up my LED mirrors in the bathroom. So I was taking a break from, dealing with the contractors. And I go to my DMs and Marinelle sends me the video. She's like, oh, there's a new Sukihana video. No warning, no nothing. So I play it, and all the contractors are here, and it's pussy, 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 pussy everywhere. And they're all looking like, what the hell? And I'm watching this shit like, is this broad serious right now? One, the lyrics are trash, but the fact that she is literally on video eating coochie, and people are scissoring. Now, okay, everybody wants to talk about WAP. WAP is not my favorite song. Y'all know that. I kept it real, whatever. But at least WAP, there was a certain, it didn't go to that extreme. I just don't understand like why everything has to be so over the top and so ratchet. Just so ratchet. Like why? Like why is there nothing left to the imagination? And then when people like me and others are like, nah, this ain't cool, then we're sex negative, we're shaming sex workers. No, I'm sorry. I just don't want to see people eating coochie in a regular music video. Now, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and my ass is strolling around Pornhub, then that's a whole different story. That means I'm in the mind frame looking for porn. But if somebody's sending me a video and it's supposed to be a music video, I'm not expecting to see a bunch of scissoring and people sucking on people's nipples and shit. That wasn't a damn music video, Sukihana. That was porn, hardcore porn. Okay? And then she got the audacity to she got a damn everywhere challenge. And that's the sad part. And we keep, trying to knock the babies and going on these teenagers and talk about the youth. But look at the adults. Sukihana is a mother to a little girl and a little boy. And, it's bad enough that she was doing the OnlyFans thing, sucking dick, throwing up, whatever. People want to pay for that content, that's fine. But the fact that she put this in a music video, and now she wants our daughters, I ain't got no daughters, but if I did, she want, whatever, my nieces, to do the everywhere challenge? So you want them to dance like that and scissor and hell no. Y'all better watch what y'all's kids is watching and what they're dancing to on TikTok. Okay, I don't want to see a bunch of 13-year-old girls talking about pussy, pussy, pussy everywhere. Okay, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a bunch of 13-year-old girls trying to do the scissors challenge and bumping their coochies at 13. I just feel like there's no couth anymore. Nothing is left to the imagination. And what I find very interesting is that the hip hop community is relatively silent. I'm not hearing an uproar from the Boosies and the T.I.s. I'm not hearing a lot of mush mouth talk. You know what I'm saying? And I'm no fan of Lil Nas X. Y'all know that. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I don't have to be a fan of the people that y'all like. I'm not a fan of Lil Nas X. I don't play with that demonic shit that he was trying to push, the trolling, the way he was talking about molesting his nephew and shit in Blue Ivy's mouth. I didn't forget that. So I can't fool with him. It's something about him, his spirit, it don't gel with mine, right? But I noticed they're so quick to go in on anything he does sexually, right? Because he's a gay male. But yet and still, it's crickets when it comes to Suki and stuff, because her video was way more vulgar than Lil Nas X's. I don't know what his video was called when he was in prison and the guys were twerking and all that shit. His video was not as vulgar. So that's my thing. Like, at least with me, I keep the same energy. But I notice people don't keep the same energy if it's somebody that they like, or if it's not, well, I don't know. Is she gay? She's at least bi. She's eating coochie, But like I've always said, people are cool with the LGBT as long as it's the L part of the LGBT. Okay? If it's the lesbians and they're licking cat and scissoring, people are here for it. But if it's the gay part, I guess that's the part that stands for the men, I'm assuming, then it's all this smush mouth shit. So I find it very interesting, the folks that were so mad about, this gay stuff is ruining the kids. And what about the kids? What about the youth? When it came to Lil Nas X. But Suki's doing way more gay stuff on camera, and it's crickets. Okay? And I have no problem with what people do. Y'all know that. I don't give a damn about your sexuality, what you do in your bedroom, what two adults do. You know what I'm saying? I like sex. Ain't nothing wrong with sex. Like that man sent me a super chat the other day telling me he want to blow my back out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay? So I'm not sex negative. I love sex. But it's just the point, you don't have to put it out there just willy-nilly. Like, there's just no cool. There's no standards. The whole video looked like it smelled like shea butter and a yeast infection. I'm like, what is this? You got people in the pool just fingering each other. You about to have chlorine in your coochie. It was just too much. Just too much. I don't even think I can play you much of the video because within 60 seconds, I'm seeing nipples. I'm gonna play y'all a bit though. It's just wild. I'm gonna play a little bit. But I can't go too far because I said within 60 seconds, you see nipples. And first of all, let me just show y'all this still shot. She's getting ate out. She's eating out other people. I'm not okay with it. I just feel like it's just too much. Okay, people talking about, oh, well, this is no different than BET Uncut. Bullshit. One, BET Uncut came on at night. Two, I don't know, maybe I missed that episode of BET Uncut. I don't recall them having flat out sex on BET Uncut. Granted, Nelly took a damn, I ain't got no credit card, but he took a damn credit card and he swiped it down the girl's ass. She did the same thing in this video. And I remember that caused a lot of controversy. When he did that, that's really what got BET Uncut shut down. And that was a credit card. The girl had on like a swimsuit or some lingerie, and he swiped it down the crack of her ass. And that was the final straw for a lot of people. What Sukihana did was way more vulgar than BET Uncut. So let me just look at this still shot. Just the still shot alone just tells you that it's nothing but fuckery. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. Okay, let me take it out. I saw a nipple. Okay. Sorry. I thought I could plot. I didn't know it came on that quick. Sorry. Excuse me, children. But yeah. The video is vulgar as hell. It's all over Twitter. It's just repetition. Pee everywhere. Puss everywhere. Just repetitious bullshit. No real lyricism. She's just looking for shock value. And when I caught her out months ago, some folks said I was judging her and I was being mean. I don't think I was. I was stating my opinion. It's funny that unless you're praising people, you're being mean. It's not my cup of tea, and I have the right to say that. I have the right to say I'm not down with this shit. I think it's a bit too much, okay? WAP was even a bit too much, but this is just over the moon, too much, okay? And I don't agree with it. And then the fact that they're trying to start a challenge and have, because who does these challenges? It's not women my age. Most of it, we can't even, we try and copy the TikTok dances. We all look stiff and confused. And anybody over the age of 35 does TikTok videos like this. Because, it's hard. We don't know choreography like that. It's been years since we've been in dance. So who is this geared towards? It's the list of babies. They watch a TikTok video within 20 minutes. They're able to copy it and emulate it. With me, not so much. It takes me literally 8 hours. Y'all gonna see some of my TikTok dances. Them dances took me 8 hours to learn. Rewinding and pausing and trying to get the move right. But then my son can watch a TikTok video and he's doing it in 5 minutes. My nephew and my niece, they can do a TikTok video in 5 minutes. So that shit is geared for the kids. It's not geared for grown folks. We gotta work. We ain't got time to be sitting up here trying to TikTok and do all this weird shit that y'all, we ain't got time, got bills to pay. Okay? So this is for the youth, the kids who have time. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. And it's sad because, again, this is the same woman who 2 years ago was crying about how she sold her soul to the devil, how she made a mistake, how demonic the industry was. And since then, I really feel like at this point, you really did sell your soul. Because anything goes for you. It's one thing to want to get your kids out the hood. It's one thing to grind. I would never knock somebody's hustle. I get it. But there's ways to hustle and get money without degrading yourself. And the sad part is, and y'all can say, you know, she don't represent me. I'm my own person, but she's a Black woman. And we have enough things attached to us as Black women. You know what I'm saying? So why constantly perpetuate the worst of the worst? And all this does is once again make Black women look easy. We're just, you know, we're just sex objects. We don't want relationships. Just any random person just come and put your face in my crotch. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. You know, like I said, maybe I'm old. I'm cool with that. I'll be the old auntie of YouTube. I can't praise this. It's not cute. I don't like it. It was just, that was not a music video. That was straight porn. And this was literally dropped today in the afternoon. And I'm sure this is spreading like wildfire all through, you know, TikTok and what's the other shit them kids get? Snapchat. All the kids are watching this. So you can't tell me this industry is just not getting just worse and worse with just the imagery that they're putting out there of young girls. And we wonder why young girls are getting assaulted, why they're getting art and, you know, art and all that stuff. Because of this type of imagery, just everything being so sexualized, so sexualized. No lyricism, nothing meaningful. Just break me off, let me bust a nut, and let me get you for your money. Nothing about meaningful relationships. And people listen to this and they think that that's the way of the world. And that is not how the world works. It's just, it's sad. I don't know, it's sad. That to me is not feminism. If y'all think that that's feminism, I don't know what else to tell you, but to me, that is not feminism. That's not owning your sexuality. That's you being pimped out by the industry. And let's see when we look back 5, 6 years from now, where she's at. Because all that shock shit, it can only take you so far. After a while, people get tired of seeing your fucking pussy. I've seen her shit more than I've seen mine today. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I should know the ins and outs of what your shit looks like. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's just trash. Let me read some of these comments here. Good evening, Mojo. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I already read that one. Jose from Texas says, hey, auntie, looking gorgeous as always. I've honestly had the worst month lately. Listening to you and your laugh made me smile for the first time in a while. Thank you for all you do, beautiful. You're #1 H-Town sipper. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming through, Jose. And I hope this month gets better for you. I know it's been trying for a lot of people over the past few weeks, but, you know, just continue to just, you know, stay prayed up, stay positive, and talk to people. Reach out to people. You know what I'm saying? Let people know what you're going through. Never feel ashamed to ask for help or to cry on somebody's shoulder. So thank you so much for that. Ming Smith sent 10 says, I don't mess with Ouija boards and I refuse to listen to the album. Evil spirits are real. You are looking beautiful. Thank you so much, sis. And I agree with you 100%. I don't play with them things either. No, ma'am. Unique Butterfly says, Sukihana will probably turn into another Amber Rose. Crying and whining about how unfaithful men are. Just watch. I definitely agree. Remember the guy that she was sucking his peen and throwing up, and, you know, that was her so-called boyfriend, and he proposed to her, and that was her fiance. Fast forward a few months later, they're not together. They broke up. So you did all this, and this man is not even with you. Like, let's keep it real. Can we just have, like, some real grown conversation? No man is really going to take a woman like that seriously. Okay? Oh, they'll fuck you all day. They'll blow your back out. But no man is going to want to wife somebody who carries themselves like that. And, you know, these celebrities and these rappers can try and make it look like it's cool, but it's really not. Like I said, they're not going to turn down no ass. You can definitely get some dick. Anybody can do that. But can you get a man to actually want to build a home with you and help you raise your children and create something? You know, like even strippers, you know, have some, I'm not gonna say all, but even some strippers have fucking standards. Like, yeah, I might be a stripper, I might take off my clothes for a living, but outside of my job, which is my job, I'm still going to carry myself with respect. You're only going to treat me a certain way. But with her, it just seems like anything goes. And that's the sad part. Because for, in reality, the average young girl watching that, you can't carry yourself like that. She's making money to push that narrative. She's making money to push that overly sexualized persona. She's at least getting paid. A lot of folks who are mimicking that, they have nothing to show for it. And that reputation carries on with you till adulthood. So it's not like, and especially when you're a Black woman, unfortunately. White girl, I know so many white girls in high school who was hoes, doing all types of shit, sucking off the whole damn basketball team, 2 and 3 abortions, just doing all types of bullshit. And now they're conservative, they're married. Like, you'd be like, damn, ain't that white girl who thought she was Black back in the day that was fucking every damn body? Oh, now she got her a white conservative husband, and oh, she done forgot about her past. No, bitch, I ain't forgot about your damn past. No, I'm not accepting your friend request. Get your ass out of here. But they can always clean up their image and move on. But for whatever reason, when we go through things as Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women, them damn reputations stick with you. So you got to really watch that. Them reputations stick with you. That's always, oh, that's that thought Keisha. Damn, Keisha, 50 years old, she's still a thought. She been thoughting and bopping since she was 13. Meanwhile, the white girl who was doing the same shit in high school, she's married now. Nobody talks about her whorish ways from 10, 15 years ago. This is just me giving y'all some real game. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is just me giving y'all some real game. We don't have the same luxuries as other white women. Think about all the white porn stars. Look how they're able to like rebrand themselves. Jenna Jameson. I don't know. I can't think of any other names. But there's a lot of them. They've been able to rebrand themselves, and now they're feminists, and they're doing all types of stuff in the industry. Where are the Black porn stars from the 90s and shit? Where are half the women from the Tupac? Remember, How Do You Want It video? Half them Black porn stars, you really don't see them like that. Because we get stuck with those stigmas. So I want the young girls watching this to understand that thought and bopping that they're trying to put out there like it's so cool. Yeah, it's cool for her because she's actually getting a check. You're not getting paid to do all this. So it's okay to carry yourself with respect. It's okay to set standards for yourself. It's okay to not let men and women and whoever just take advantage of you. Every time you sleep with somebody, you're exchanging sexual energy. And it's okay to not let the whole world tap into that. So I don't know. I'm just really saddened by watching that video and seeing that display. It just looked like a bunch of just heathenistic heifers. Heathenistic heifers. That's what it looked like. I mean, just the one girl was eating another girl's ass. I said, really? We're eating ass now in front of the babies? It's bad enough that Trick Daddy was talking about it. The girl was eating ass. I'm not lying. I took a screenshot because I couldn't believe it. I said, because I was going to use it the thumbnail, but then I said, no, that might be a bit much. Let me show y'all this shit. This is what we're introducing to the babies. This is just sad to me. Let me hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Grown women doing this, knowing that it's going to be kids watching this. Look at that. Eating ass. Let me clear it out. Y'all see that? Eating ass. I'm lost for words. Remember when people didn't even talk about that? Like back in the day when we were growing up, you didn't even, if people even assume that you suck peen, that was like a stain on your reputation. Like nobody bragged about this shit. It was all done in the dark, right? Now you got females just straight proud to eat ass. So much so that Trick Daddy's bragging about it. Where's that damn Trick Daddy video? Pull that up. Trick Daddy out here, proud. Talking about he get his ass ate. Grown man. Let me show y'all this shit. And like I said, what you do in your bedroom is your business, but why does it have to be my business? I could have went my whole life without knowing that there's women out here eating Trick Daddy's asshole. Let me find the video. These reactions were so funny. Look at this.
This is support the eat booty game. You're saying women is eating the booty?
Yeah, women eat the booty.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of this.
I get AI.
Yeah, what?
I get AI. Hey, listen, man. Sit this out.
You don't have your legs in the air, though.
It depends. Bro, we gotta think about it.
When you say,
Who the hell wants to think about Trick Daddy with his damn legs in the air? Get his ass ate out. Like, what is this? Why are grown folks telling all their bedroom business? I'm like, what the hell? They're like, I know your legs don't be in the air. It depends. I could have went the rest of my life without that vision of Trick Daddy with his legs kicked up in the air. Child. Let me go ahead and read these. Miss Fifth says, hey T, kind of odd topic, wanted to share a scare me and my family had. My cousin called me today telling me that her little sister got drunk last night and started speaking to one of our dead relatives after a blackout. Ooh, we. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming through. That is very interesting. But you know, like I've always told you guys, you know, another word for alcohol is spirits. And when you drink alcohol, you're opening yourself to, you know, deities and, you know, different portals and things like that. That's why alcohol, water, they're all conduits. Especially like in, you know, just different cultures, like in voodoo and things like that. You know, they use spirits, they use alcohol. So that might have been why that she started, you know, the spirits were able to enter her and she was talking to them. So thank you for the super chat. Nigel sent $19.99. He says, T, I just wanted to say I've been watching you for 2 years and please remember me. I want to call into the next show. I'm 25 and I'm very far in my walk and God has called me to speak to my generation. He has revealed something. Okay, well, when the next time I do a green room, definitely feel free to call in. If you use that name, I'll remember you. So thank you so much for the super chat, love. Your mama's papas sent $100. Thank you so much. My screen just refreshed. Hold on, it like moved or something. There you go. Says this is the third time I'm trying to super chat you. Hopefully it goes through. Sending my favorite YouTuber some love and cash. I've been busy, but I'm finally catching a live. Keep up the good work. I'm from the West Side with love. Thank you so much. You always come through. Thank you for the super chat. It means a lot to me. Thank you for your support. Let's see here. Yay Me sent $9.99. She says, it's good to see you, T. Congrats on the new home. Continued blessings to you and your family. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, sis. Unique Butterfly says, sending love from Nutty, New York. You look beautiful as always. Be blessed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for coming through. She's Art Z says, hey, T, I'm the girl that called in about Kanye's listening party. Thanks for letting me speak. Sent you the footage of what I was speaking about in your IG DMs. Okay, I will look for that. And thank you for calling in. I'm sorry that the stream went haywire. You know, I don't know. It was just weird energy, but I really appreciate you for calling in. So I'll definitely look for that DM that you sent me. So thank you. Let's see here. Rose Quartz Tarot says, hey, T, I want to say I loved you since high school. I'm now 25. I'm going to be 26 soon. And I want to tell you you're my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. That guy from Texas says, peace, T, just checking in. Peace and blessings. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate you, love. Mean Ass Yoshi. The way it was spelled. Mean Ass Yoshi. Oh my goodness. Funny. Nintendo. Says, hey T, thank you for all you do. Love you too, and thank you for coming through. Al Beck says, I call him Kanye, not Kanye. Thank you for the super chat. Genesis Combs says, I was watching Cocktails with the Queens and Selena Johnson. She was on Kanye's album. She's the one who was chanting the Donda name. That's interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Kitty Queen says that video was trash. I agree. It really was. And they're taking the video. I had it on my Instagram page, Of course, they took it down. It was on Hollywood Unlocked. I believe Marinelle told me that they took it down. I have it in the Discord. So for y'all who haven't seen it, it is in the Discord. Everybody was posting emojis to it, and you know, literally everybody was disgusted by the video. To me, it just wasn't artistic. It was just nothing but just a bunch of sex and just gutter butt bullshit. That's all I got from the video. Sean says, I want to see if Boosie and Kwame and all of them say something. Ciao. We'll see. Let's see here. Modern Old Soul says, I know the Discord is closed, but how can I get on the waiting list? I'm fairly new here. Love this shirt, T. Thank you so much. I'll keep you guys posted. It's just usually when I announce that I'm opening up and letting new people come, that's when people come. So you just have to wait until I announce it. But thank you for coming through. Hearts for Atira says, I think you meant Lovelyti, but she wrote yellow tea. Your phone changed it. But she says, funny thing is my mom and my boyfriend's birthday is 9/11. I also live in Louisiana, and still every other street light sign are out here, and it shows no one can drive. Stay safe. Love you, lovely T. Love you too. And yeah, Louisiana is definitely going through it right now. I know I have quite a few subscribers down there. I think when I talked to Kenya, she texted me, she got her power back on. Malachi's in Mississippi, he has his power back on, but there's still a lot of people without power. And when I was watching the news the other day, they weren't sure how soon a lot of those places would get power, especially the ones that were hit really bad. But they're saying that until you hear from your city officials, do not come back to your homes. So this storm definitely did a lot of damage. And I'm still like just shook it because I was just down there in New Orleans. So, you know, we met, just a wide range of just very nice people. I ran into a few of my subscribers and I was walking on Bourbon Street. So shout out to y'all. I hope you guys are safe and, you know, you guys are okay. But we had a good time down there. So my heart definitely goes out to people of New Orleans and Louisiana in general. So definitely. Alexander 3699 says, you look stunning, T. I have admired your thoughts, insights, and keen perception. Stay blessed. Really appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming through. Jurio says, it's not the L, it's the vicarious folks that do anything for male attention. I'm a lesbian. I'm disgusted by this stuff. Ooh. Thank you so much for the super chat. And you know what? I think a lot of people have in the LGBT community have issues with bisexual people, and no shade towards the bisexuals at all. But that's what I've heard. I remember I told you guys a long time ago, I was out with a few of my friends in LA. And my one friend, I just assumed he was gay, you know, and one day he was talking about some woman. And I was like, well, I'm confused. Like, what do you mean? Why are you talking about this woman? He was like, the woman's his sugar mama. I'm like, how is she your sugar mama? I said, aren't you gay? He was like, no, I'm bi. I never got bi teas from him. So anyways, we were all at this Chinese restaurant. And the other two guys, they were gay. And he keeps saying that he's bi. And the other two guys got really pissed. And they just started going off on him. They're like, you need to just come out and say that you're gay. You're only doing this bi thing because you don't want to claim that you're gay all the way. Ain't no women looking at you. Ain't no women checking for you. Because he was just clearly gay. I'm sorry. And so they got into like a big argument. And they were saying like, that's why I can't stand bisexual people. Y'all are just confused. Y'all mess with the movement. It was, I was just sitting there sipping tea. I didn't speak. It wasn't my place to speak on it. But that's the vibe I get, that it seems like a lot of people get upset with some bisexual people because they do it, like you said, for male attention. Because I bet you most of these women in this video, they're not necessarily lesbians. It's just like, let's just be super freaky, you know, for guys. Because again, like guys like Little Boosie and stuff like that, they love that shit. When he was doing all those Instagram shows, all you saw was women on there giving each other oral and doing all types of freaky stuff. But then these same women, and I'm not saying for sure, but I know the same women who will do stuff like that. And then let's say a lesbian comes at them, they'll be like, I ain't no lesbian. Well, I can't tell, bitch. You was letting everybody eat you out. Like, my bad for thinking that you're a lesbian, you know? So I'm just saying, I don't know, but I agree with you. A lot of people do stuff just for male attention, and they're not even supposedly that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird. But thank you so much for your super chat. Appreciate you. Oh, Bigum says you're right. They lie to everybody. That's why. Somebody says most fake bi women just want male attention. Shannon says it's possible to love both. Let people be who they want to be. Ariel said that. Somebody says they need to pick a side. Juju says bisexuals and bi-curious folks are just different. Random says the community got a ton of issues amongst themselves. Yeah, I learned it that day. When I was just surprised. Like, they were going off on him. Like, we're tired of you trying to say that you're bisexual. We don't even really see you with no woman. Like, they were going off on him. But like, you just need to be gay and stop with the foolishness. So I don't know. And I just sat there and sipped tea. And the Asian people, they looked like they wanted us to leave. Like, you know, you here no more. Get out. Because they was going off. They was all loud and shit. They were going off. And the little Asian lady kept walking away from the table like, y'all gonna go in the video. Y'all keep on screaming about all this shit in here. Y'all gonna have to get out. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. So let's see here. Patty Cake says, and to thank Suki's mother is her manager. But Lovelyti, everyone thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video. There's over 9,000 people in here watching. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I didn't know her mom was her manager. I haven't watched the new season of Love and Hip Hop, but that's crazy. I couldn't even do nothing like that in front of my mom, let alone my mom co-signing that. Please, my mom will get on me if I'm out here wilding too much. She'll call me because sometimes she'll watch my streams like, you need to calm down a bit. I didn't like that you were cussing. I'm like, stop watching my YouTube videos. Like, go on. Like, go watch other people. You know, so I was uncomfortable when your mom is watching your streams. But I told her this is my job. So I'm going to talk how I talk. I'm going to speak how I speak. Don't watch. Okay? So I think we got that clear understanding. But yeah, my mom used to be trying to critique me after this. Nuh-uh, ma'am. Let me do my job. You do your job. But yeah, my mom would not condone no mess like that. And I wouldn't even feel comfortable doing, you know, and I have kids, I have boys, you know, I couldn't even imagine. No, ma'am. Let's see here. Andrea B says, you two won't let me send a super chat and it won't let me go above $5. Wow. I restarted my phone and everything. YouTube hating again. Thank you so much, love. Appreciate you. Nina Marshall said $19.99. Says sending butterflies and flowers your way. Thank you so much. So I've been on here already for 47 minutes. Child, I don't care. I don't want to go yet. So it might be a longer stream. So let's see here. We got to talk about the next topic. Okay. We're going to talk about this. 21 Savage. He was talking to Gilly the Kid. He was on his podcast. And basically they were talking about, you know, men and women cheating. And it was a lot of like hypocrisy. So I don't know, like I get it. Like men cannot handle when you pull a you on them or them on you, right? Like men can cheat and do all types of, and I'm not saying all men, but like men can cheat and creep and do all types of stuff. And we're supposed to accept it, you know, take them back. Oh, baby, forgive me. I made a mistake. But if a woman cheats, she got to go. I'm never fucking with her no more. And so he's kind of explaining like why he feels like he cannot deal with a woman cheater. So let me go ahead and play the video here. Like the whole thing was just crazy when I was listening to it. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. 21 Savage. Let me share my screen.
You was sucking dick. Just automatically come to a nigga head. I could never look at it the time.
You can't look at it.
Oh, hold on.
Now, when you say you love women, you love them with the heart. Now, how many times your heart got broken?
Shit. Once.
And fucks you up?
No. Shit. I'm not really. Shit, everybody ain't the same.
Okay.
You meet another motherfucker and that motherfucker will heal your heart. You know what I'm saying?
So when she broke it, somebody else healed it?
Yeah.
And how long did that take?
Shit, it took a minute for me to be open to letting a motherfucker even get close to me again. You know what I'm saying?
So she did.
That was our young nigga shit though. That was young.
Yeah, well, we all go through that.
I got cheated on.
Get cheated on.
Young nigga shit. I ain't going for that shit, man.
Okay.
Cheat on me, it's over with. Never speak to you again.
Straight up. Wait, did you after she cheated on you, did you still talk to her for a while?
Nah. Back when I was young.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Yeah. I tried to forget it, forgive.
Clean fly your ass out.
Every time you do something wrong.
Now, when you say you love women, you love them.
That shit just get you was sucking dick. Just automatically would come to a nigga head. I could never look at her the time.
You can't look at the women. Like, I'm gonna keep it all be real. Y'all accept us blazing a bitch better than we accept you getting slapped in the head with a dick.
But that's different though, because we conquer women.
Yeah, it just
so
sort of a
different.
nigga pistol whipping you.
Like your girl got you. Your girl don't look at it like, okay, my man conquered a woman. So it's like, yo, nigga won in the situation.
Yeah.
She just got hit, but in vice versa, you my queen. So if a nigga conquer you, our whole castle is now like
it's in jeopardy.
Vulnerable.
Our shit is in jeopardy.
Once a nigga get between your legs, he can get anything else about it. He can know where I live, how I move, our problems we having in the house.
Nigga, fuck your spine, they got your mind.
You know what I'm saying? It's like once you get a girl, that shit just get you was sucking dick. Just automatically come to a nigga head. I cut the bed, you damn near get her to do anything you say, especially if she got a nigga. If a girl willing to risk it to get in the bed with you, she ready to do whatever you say.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is.
And I just would just have problems because I just think all niggas is like me, so I just would think that he talking to my woman like I talk to her.
And the fuck that thing.
Yeah. Oh God.
No, the fuck that thing. Most of these niggas they not gonna hit your girl. They fucking Gilly bitch. They're not fucking Sarah or Lisa, whatever her name is.
They ain't popping.
When they talk about it,
they hit Gil bitch.
When they talk about it, they saying, yeah, I just hit Gil bitch.
That's how they gonna say it.
I just was a savage on savage bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I was savage.
I was a savage on her. What? Oh my God. So it do be a little different.
It's way different, man.
It's a whole different.
We ain't fucking with emotions. We just do that shit just to do it. We can hit a bitch, never talk to a bitch.
Right. And we
girl doing that shit.
Especially if you got a woman that's she not just giving no pussy up. That mean this nigga had to put in a lot of phone conversations.
Oh God.
She's telling this nigga all your business because she's trying to justify to this nigga why she's about to suck his dick.
Oh God.
She don't want to be looked upon as a smutty buddy, so he just be coming in late all the time, and I'm just getting tired of it.
Because she still might need him to save her if you find out.
Right.
So she might need a rebound. So she want to kick it to him like, because she don't want to look like she just no cheating ass bitch to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She want to act like she damn near done already. I'm really done with him already anyway. You know what I'm saying? That shit just be way more like
cape on.
She's so weak.
Ciao. All right. So somebody called him 21 clownage. Y'all are stupid. They are dragging him in the chat. Now, he tried to come back after he got drugged and say, I didn't say that it was okay for men to cheat. You know, I get what they're saying. There's definitely a double standard. Like, a man cannot handle it if he finds out that his woman has cheated, right? Because for most women, when they have sex, there is more of an emotional tie. So if you're sleeping with this man, you're emotionally connected to him somehow. Either y'all spending a lot of time, y'all were talking. And I mean, granted, nowadays people act like they can just, fuck for money and it's no ties, it's no big deal. But usually when women cheat, it's emotional. It's because they're missing something in the relationship that the man is not giving them, either time or, love, or maybe his penis whack, so she's going outside the relationship to look for it. No excuse, it's still cheating. But I just find it funny that he's talking about how men conquer women and it's different. But if you're cheating, if let's say like he's the other man, right? So this woman has a boyfriend or husband and you're the side guy. What makes you any better than the woman, who's cheating on the husband? Both of y'all are trash. It's not about you conquering her because, the man is the natural giver when it comes to sex and the woman is the receiver, right? if you think about it physiologically. But I just feel like it's just bullshit. You know, wrong is wrong. And why can't people ever hold themselves to the same accountability that they want to hold others? So if he's saying that he's not willing to deal with a cheating ass woman, and he's not willing to put up with that disrespect, then your ass better be the most faithful man in the world. Now, he claims that he is. He says that he doesn't cheat anymore. He's grown, and I don't know who he's with now, but that's his queen. But when he was younger, he used to cheat. But I see where a lot of guys will have these double standards, where it's okay for them to stray. And, you know, oh, that's just things that men do. No, it's not. And for a long time, women would say that to other women. Like, I would have older women tell me that. Like, oh, you know, that's just what men do. Men are going to cheat. You know, that's just how it is. No, the hell it's not. Not all men cheat, and it's nothing that you have to put up with. And when you put up with it the first time, they will do it again because they know they got you. You're not going to go anywhere. And you will not leave until you physically get tired. So I don't think anybody should put up with cheating. I don't care who's the conqueror and who's getting conquered. It doesn't make it okay. If you don't want to be with that person, break up with them and move on. It's that simple. You know, so I didn't like that. I didn't like that message that he was putting out there because, again, it's just more men not wanting to be held accountable. This is just, you know, goofy ass, you know, once again, industry logic. You know, that if my girl cheats, she was conquered by another man. No. Your girl's cheating because she wanted to cheat. She was on some whole shit, and so was the man that she's fucking. And it could have been get back. She probably was cheating because you yourself were cheating. You know, but then I also heard guys saying that when a guy gets cheated on, there's no sympathy. People will clown a man. You know, guys are like, oh, your bitch cheated on you, or, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be your girl and she's fucking such and such. And because the guy who's the side guy will usually go around bragging to other men, I'm fucking such and such's girl. And that's a turn on. Let's keep it real. This whole cheating aspect, people get turned on by that shit. Remember, let's not act brand new. We had a girl group who bragged, they had a whole song about cheating. Who remembers Escape's song, My Little Secret? You're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it. Assume everybody's lying about you and I. They think so, but they don't really know or want to know. Then she said the part about being in the same room with you and your girlfriend. The fact that she don't know, it really turns me on. I know I can't sing, but y'all know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a whole song bragging about cheating. So sometimes it's like the thrill, you know, being in the same room with that person and your little secret lover. But then things get too hot to handle. Because I remember in East Bayou, remember the sister was fucking everybody. Remember she had them 3 men where she was telling her story in the mirror to Eve. And then she found out that Maynard loves her. She was like, Maynard, in that moment, I realized that Maynard loved me most of all. But what happened to Maynard? Maynard got shot. Y'all remember East Bayou? Remember she was cheating on Maynard, her husband, with the side dude. And the side dude was like, nah, we about to leave. We going together. Now you my girl down. The Coochie's good, you coming with me. And Maynard came down. Y'all remember that movie? Maynard came down the steps. He said, I don't know who the hell you are, but you better get out my house. And the lover pulled out a gun and killed Maynard. So shit be getting real. So you gotta be careful with all that creeping and shit, man. Shit gets real. So I don't know. It's crazy. So it's just, you know, it's a mess, all the stuff that people try to perpetuate. I just think at this point in time, if you want to be single and, you know, you can't be faithful or being faithful is just too hard, it's okay to just be single and have multiple relationships. We'll just be honest. I don't think it makes sense to be committed to somebody if you don't want to just be with that person solo dolo. Then don't commit. You know, because otherwise you're going to leave a trail of broken hearts and possibly crazy people. But yeah, a lot of people really get off on that shit. That's what that whole secret song was about with Escape. People getting off on that. And I mean, let's keep it real. There's a lot of damn cheaters in that group too. Shit. People was creeping with people's fathers. And, I won't say no names. A lot of sex going on in that group. But yeah, that whole situation was a mess. I can't agree with that. I think cheating is cheating, regardless if it's a man or a woman. It does not make it okay. A woman shouldn't be any more punished or seen as a bad guy as opposed to a man. And I think we should have sympathy when men get cheated on. Because I notice a lot of times when men, like especially good men, if they get cheated on, the first thing we say is, your girl cheated on you? Well, what did you do? Y'all notice that when it's the man getting cheated on, the first thing people say is, well, what did you do to cause him to cheat? But if it's a woman getting cheated on, it's like, oh my God, niggas ain't shit. I can't believe he cheated on you. We about to go to the club and put on our fucking dress. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him, girl. Fuck him, right? Everybody has all this sympathy when a woman gets cheated on. But when a man gets cheated on, people don't have the same sympathy. So I think that that's wrong. I think we do have to, cheating is very hurtful. So I think if a man gets cheated on, we should also offer him the same sympathy as well, as opposed to being accusatory. Because as soon as you hear that a man got cheated on, it's like, well, what's wrong with you? Why she cheat on you? You probably wasn't there for her emotionally. You got a small dick, probably couldn't fuck. I mean, people be going in on men when they get cheated on. There's no sympathy. There's no sympathy. So I think we need to change that as well. We need to change that. We need to be, because those are emotions that are involved. So we need to have sympathy for people who get cheated on and don't excuse it, regardless if it's a man or a woman. Everybody deserves to have a faithful person in their life. And if a person cannot be faithful to you, let it go, because they're going to keep cheating. Trust me, they're going to keep. It does not stop. They will cheat in their old age. Yeah, it's true, right? I'm gonna take it for both sides. But yeah, it's true. Like, men do not get any sympathy. And it's sad. Like, I've even seen women be like, oh, well, he must have a small peen. That's why she was cheating. Probably can't fuck. It's like, but that doesn't negate the fact if he can't bang or he has a small peen, then break up with him. Oh, but you want to have your cake and eat it too. So he can't really screw, but he pays the bills. Oh. Okay? So let's have a real conversation. Why some people stay in relationships when the sex is bad. The reason why they stay is because either they're getting taken care of, he's doing stuff financially, maybe he's a good father. But sex is a very important part of a relationship. A lot of people try to negate that. Don't negate that shit, bitch. The sex got to be on point. Otherwise, I'm out. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Yeah, let's have sympathy for both genders. Let's see here. Movam sent $10. She says dating has become difficult because now people expect sex right off the rip. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Especially nowadays with the way like the music is, the way the culture is. It's, this whole hookup culture. To each his own. If that's how you get down and you're down with one night stands and hooking up with folks after the club, that is your grown business. But I just don't like that. I don't like that. I remember I was talking to somebody and, it's like right off the rip, you're talking about sex. So I don't even know your last name. Why are we even having a conversation about sex? So yeah, dating is definitely difficult, for a lot of people in this day and age because people don't know how to communicate anymore. It's all about hookup culture. Just swipe left, swipe right if you like, swipe left if you don't like. And so just me swiping right or giving you a heart or sliding in your DMs and saying that you're cute, that's all the game I need. I should just be able to get, your legs on a platter. And no, it doesn't work that way. At least not for me. I'm not from this generation. Maybe for these little young girls, maybe sliding in the DMs is enough for you to get some that same day. Not over here. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's sad. I think part of that is just because people don't know how to communicate anymore. They just don't, and that's sad. But keep on dating and keep, meeting people, and eventually you'll find the right person. So good luck to you on that. Rosalie Swanson sent $20 in NZ money. Okay, New Zealand, all right. She says, good morning, T. Oh my gosh, people do too much to get attention. All my life's kind of music just makes me miss old school music even more. Lots of love from New Zealand. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Jordan Turner sent $19.99, says, speak on it, auntie. Black women need to start doing better. Stop perpetuating the worst of us. Very low vibrational and tasteless. We get enough BS as it is. They only respect us as much as we respect ourselves. Love you. Thank you so much for that. And you stated nothing but the truth. You know, and that's why I don't care. I'll go against the grain. People can talk shit, you know, say whatever. She's old fashioned. She's always got something to say. I don't give a damn. I don't have to co-sign the foolishness. And I want people to know that there's still people out here who have tact, who carry themselves with tact, who want their kids, their nieces, their cousins, and people around them to also carry themselves with tact. There's nothing wrong with that. So, you know, if I'm wrong for having an issue with people, just random people scissoring on my timeline when I'm not even searching for that, I think we have a right to express ourselves and say that. So thank you for the super chat. Alex sent 20. She says, T, I love your spirit as a fellow empath. Not trying to pressure you on your channel, but I'm curious to know if you've had a chance to listen to the attorney regarding the hoax. The rabbit hole goes deep. Another video yesterday. If you had a chance to listen to the attorney. I don't know who the attorney is and what hoax. Another, yeah, I'm not sure who that is. I'm not sure like who that is or which attorney or which hoax we're talking about. If somebody can write it down, then maybe I'll be able to know. But thank you so much for the super chat, love. Nigel sent $4.99, says, sorry, Agent Matt, don't pull up on me. I just wanted to show to show entity. Please read my other super chat comment when you get a chance in the next green room. Perfect. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, the Costco hoax. Okay. No, thank you guys for writing that because I couldn't think of what she was talking about. I have not looked further into that story with the Costco thing, but I definitely will check it. I'll definitely check it out. Somebody says it's buffering. I don't think it's buffering. It's looking fine on my end. If it's buffering for you, refresh your page and then it should work. Let's see here. Tierra. Ooh, that's interesting how you spell it. Tierra. I like that. Says, hey, T, you're speaking the truth as usual. Let them know, sis. T sipper for life. Hashtag let them know. Love you. Black is life. Hashtag I don't eat ass. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love you too. Rap Cat sent $5. Thank you so much. Melanin Michelle says, hey, T, you're the truth. I love and appreciate your voice and your wisdom here on YouTube. Please don't change from being the old auntie. Hashtag T-Sipper for life. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming through, love. Aramax says, what if that vid was some type of sex ritual? I mean, you know, repeated words and water involved. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Remember that video a long time ago during the cucumber challenge? And I told you like that it looked like these women were possessed. Remember how they were all sucking on the cucumber so much so they were foaming at the mouth and spitting everywhere? It just looked just disgusting. And it's like they couldn't stop doing it. They were the big old cucumbers just, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like they couldn't even stop. And it was just the liquor was flowing. That's the vibe I got from the Suki video. It reminded me of that whole nasty cucumber video that went viral like 2-3 years ago at Lucci's party. So I would not be surprised at all if there was some type of, you know, rituals and stuff like that involved. You know, the industry can be very, very dark. So I would not be surprised. But thank you for the super chat. Cuzzle the Great sent 10 says, hey, T, I've been watching your videos since the crazy lady with 15 kids. First time I'm able to send a super chat. Big fan in Puerto Rico. Stay blessed. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And thank you for being an OG tea sipper. That was one of my favorite videos. I remember that. That was funny. Angel Adams. She had a bunch of damn kids and she wanted you know, all of us to pay for her kids. and people went in. She was from Florida. Florida, not surprised. So that whole situation was a mess, but thank you for coming through. Nana Nia, hey sis. She said 1999 says, sis, come through with the leopard print this evening. Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all know I like to switch it up. Now that I have my closet organized, I can see all my clothes. I can see where everything is. So, and it feels good to be able to wear other stuff instead of like the same. I was wearing the same 10 shirts for like a month because that's all I had packed. So it feels good to have like all my stuff out. But thank you so much, sis. Yvette Stark says, hey, T, I wanted to thank you for all your hard work and keeping us informed, and congratulations on your new home. Thank you so much, Yvette. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat. Okay, Miss Scully B. She sent $20. She says, just checking to see if it works. Thank you for your positive energy and great advice. Love you, sis. Prayers to everyone affected by the hurricane. Definitely. Thanks for coming through. That's one of the sisters from the Discord. I hope everything works out for you with all the advice that we gave you during the Zoom meeting with your friend. So I hope that all works out. But thank you for coming through, sis. Appreciate you. L Curry 82 sent 5 says, hey, T, just wanted to say thanks for all you do. In an upside down world, your content shows that we are more than the sum of our parts. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Andrea B says, I really take bisexual women seriously. The girls I've met only do it because they have stories for guys at parties. Most of the bisexual girls I've met too were just bisexual in the club. Like literally. They're just kissing other girls in the club and grinding on them in the club, and they may sleep with them. But then, come Monday morning, their husband or boyfriend's pictures on their desk, and if you bring up anything about what they did Saturday, oh, they're straight as an arrow. Don't bring it up. So, no shade on people who are really bisexual. The ones I've met have always to me, they weren't real bisexuals. And they even get offended if you attach them to the LGBT. They'll tell you, like, I've met some that tell you that they're straight. I'm like, but how you're straight if you sleep with women? Well, that was just a 1 or 2 time thing. That doesn't make me gay. That doesn't make me bi. I'm straight. Okay, sis, I ain't gonna argue with you. So I don't know. I feel you on that. But again, no shade to people who are really bisexual, because there are really bisexual people out there. The ones I've met are just flaky as fuck. So I don't know. Look, Aaliyah says they're gay for pay. Somebody else says that's not bisexual. That's the opportunistic person. And some people say that they're greedy. Some people say that it's just greediness. They want the best of both worlds. They want to sample everything out there. So, who knows? To each his own. AJ says, can we get a petition to get Suki's video banned? Since when is porn acceptable all over the internet? And Trick Daddy, gross emoji. And that's what's so funny about it is that I'll probably get demonetized for speaking against her coochie eating video, but her video is free to be all over the internet. I posted on my Instagram denouncing the video, and of course, Instagram pulled it down and sent me a warning. So it just doesn't make sense to me. Again, we live in this whole upside down world where good is bad and bad is good. And when you speak truth to power, you're the bad guy and this and that. But if I was to come on here and pull up my shirt and shake my nipples and do all that stuff, I'd go viral, probably have 1 million followers and, all types of attention and, people taking up for me and saying, she has the right to sit up there topless and vlog. Just anything goes nowadays. It's crazy. But if you're carrying yourself with respect, it's like, whatever. And it's like social media wants to punish you for that. So yeah, they're not going to ban her because they want to push that. They want your daughters to be thoughts and, jump offs and get used by men in the industry, and probably get into sex trafficking and all that stuff. That's what they want. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be promoting stuff like this. So I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. Because there's too many young girls who think that, that's the way to go and that's the way to get attention. And then they find themselves, 5, 6, 7 years later, used up and discarded by these same men and by these same people in the industry. So it's sad. Tall Lady sent $10. She says, I was wondering what your thoughts about Black generational wealth. It's a new thing since more of us are passing down wealth to their children. Now some white people are getting scared of Black influence. I'm here for the Black generational wealth. It makes me happy that so many Black people are waking up, because for so long we were taught to just get a job, just get a good job and make money, but you can't hand your kids your job, So that's why I love the fact that so many people, and I don't want to say I'm the only one who encouraged people, but that was one thing I did on my platform, especially on the Discord, was encourage people. Fix your credit. Go buy a home. The interest rate is the lowest it's ever been. Now is the time to buy. If you can get a home, go get a home. And so many people were able to get homes and thank me for, getting them together. Like, I talked to my husband, we started putting in applications, even a few of my family members got homes. So I love the fact that generational wealth is being talked about and that Black people are taking it seriously and that they're trying to leave something for their kids besides debt. So I'm here for it. And if white folks are nervous about that, then that just shows you that we're doing the right thing. Because why would they get nervous about us wanting to build and talk about generational wealth? But they're not nervous when Black folks out here perpetuating bullshit like what Sukihana is perpetuating. So that tells you right there that we're doing the right thing. So everybody, definitely focus on that, generational wealth building and trying to start businesses and companies and getting your kids involved in that. It made me really proud, honestly, knowing just everything I've been through, where I've come from, the struggles. I mean, there were times in my life where I didn't even have a place to live. Why I had to bounce on people's couches because I had issues at home and, just going through stuff. So to go from, you couldn't have told me I'd be where I'm at back when I was a teenager, back when I was in my early 20s. So to go from those situations to building my own home from the ground up to customizing every nook and cranny of this house is just a humbling and a blessing. It's a blessed experience. And I was even talking to my youngest, like, do you understand how big of a deal that is? You got white folks who aren't even able to build their own homes. Let alone like a young Black woman. So that's like stuff that I, want to show people. Like, you can get all this, and y'all have never seen me have to slut myself out. Not knocking the folks who had to do what they had to do, but I just want to show that there's other ways to do stuff. Saving your money. And, that's part of the reason why I don't sit there and just show things off on social media or, I'm tricking off on this, tricking off on that. Just been saving, putting out a goal and speaking into existence, and just being able to save up for it. Because to me, this is something I can pass down to my kids. So, it's very important, and we all can do it. We all can do it. So don't ever think that you can't. It doesn't have to be a big old mansion. It doesn't have to be a 20,000 square foot home. There's builders who build small homes. You can customize yourself. You can, even if it's you owning a townhome, you can own. Ownership is very, very important. That's why they're trying to buy up all the homes. So just understand that. So thank you guys so much, man. It's been a blessing. I'm just glad. And I just hope I'm able to inspire people because, for y'all who don't know, people who know, but like I'm going through so much, even I haven't even really shared it with my YouTube audience. My Discorders know. But even with all the good stuff that's going on, I'm about to have another major surgery again. Again. I just found that out last week. So, but I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm still going to come out here and have a positive attitude, have a smile on my face. But my health is deteriorating. But I'm going to live every day till its fullest. So even with all that, I just want to put that out there. Like, don't let anything stop you no matter what you're going through. Health-wise, relationship-wise, your job. You have one life to live. So, go out and reach your goals and do what you have to do. Don't let nothing stop you. So thank y'all so much. And thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it, y'all. I'm hanging in there. I'm definitely hanging in there. Oh, I didn't mean to get all serious. I'm sorry. Let's see here. We spilling all the tea. I like that name. They said $2. Says, hey T, I love your videos from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Jadija. That's a pretty name. That's interesting how you spell it. She wrote out the spelling. That's really pretty. She says, hey, Auntie, can you say I'm going to leave Will one more time? You know what? I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I haven't said that in a long time. I'm going to leave Will. 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 I was thinking about that today. Like, it's so funny, you know, how we were talking about how, you know, when we were younger, how a lot of older guys came at us and a lot of older guys, you know, date young girls and how sometimes it's manipulation. And I was thinking about August Alsina today. And I said it was very funny how with that situation, that was total manipulation. That was totally Jada taking advantage of a young man who was broken. Okay? She's seen them damn peen pics. She heard them damn stories about August busting out cervixes. So she wanted to try it. But it was so funny how she was able to kind of turn her situation into, what did she call it? What the hell was in it? And I can't even think of the name that she called it at the time. It just blew my mind right now. But she was able to kind of just play it off. And no, she didn't get as much chastising as if it was Will Smith with a 20-something-year-old female. Oh, people would have went in. Entanglement. That's what it was called, an entanglement. She was able to play it off and just call it an entanglement. But a man could never a married man cheating on his wife could never get away with saying that he slept with a young girl and it was just an entanglement. So once again, you know, just the bullshit with the genders. Like when a woman does it, it's an entanglement. But when a man does it, he's a predator. And he is, you know, manipulating her. And it's all this nefarious stuff when the genders are reversed. So I was thinking about that today. So that's funny that you sent that super chat. So thank you. I don't know why entanglement like just left my mind. But thank you guys for writing it. I'm like, why can't I think of the word? So let me see here. Random Vids YR says, hey T, original tea sipper. Thank you for your hard work you put in. The Pied Piper, any Pied Piper videos coming soon. His trial is going on now. Yeah, I missed the Pied Piper intro. I might do that just to bring back that intro because it was just so funny, that man playing the flute. But I'm definitely keeping up with the trial. So we've been talking about the trial a lot, like on the podcast. We talked about it on the Green Room yesterday. So definitely check out those episodes. So let me go ahead. I want to talk about Deyjah. I've been on here for an hour and a half. Child, Deyjah is trending once again, honey. So Deyjah, pretty Deyjah Harris, is upset because she got her daddy's hair texture. Now, all the shit that T.I. talks, T.I. has some really kinky hair. Okay? That's why he keeps his hair shaved. But y'all see, this is a natural hair texture. It's very tight, 4C. And so nobody's ever really seen Deyjah with her natural hair. So Deyjah took to social media to write this. She says, I hate to say / admit it, but I'm so sad that I have my dad's hair texture. Sad because it's so much to deal with and manage. Sad because I feel like it just doesn't fit me, nor is this texture one that's appreciated or uplifted as much as other hair textures. Then she says, anytime I see somebody with type 4 hair, I always compliment them because I know how it feels to genuinely not like your hair / hair texture. I never want anyone to feel like that. It looks so bomb on other people, but me, yeah, no. So then people started confronting her. And somebody says, I feel like it doesn't suit me, i.e. I'm light-skinned. How dare the nigga gods curse me like this? Then she replies back to him and she says, actually, no, LOL. I didn't even mention my skin color, nor would I, being that it has nothing to do with hair texture. Obviously, what you just said was just a projection of possibly how you feel about yourself. Then somebody else says that they feel the same way. I just ended up texturizing my hair because I didn't like my hair so much. I hope that anyone that has to deal with, I hope that anyone that deals with it loves their hair one day. So this caused a big discussion online. I'm trying to see what's the app. So it caused a big discussion online. And how I feel about the situation is I don't think that person was really far off when they said that about her. You know, it's one thing to say that you don't like your hair, but when she started talking about it doesn't fit her, she likes it on other people, but not on her. I feel like she's unhappy with her hair texture. And let me keep it real. If people get offended, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to say this without possibly offending people. But there's a saying in the South, and I've talked about this before, and Claudia Jordan said it. Matter of fact, when she was talking about Tiny, who is Deyjah Harris's stepmother. As we all know, Tiny is biracial. But to look at Tiny, she does not look biracial. She just looks like a light-skinned woman because she doesn't have the phenotypical biracial features. And when I say that, you know how most people assume that biracials look like the people on TikTok, you know, really loose curls, hazel green eyes, super light skin, stuff like that. Just like Claudia Jordan doesn't have the phenotypical biracial features. She may have the hair texture, but she's a lot darker skin, right? So I believe that with Deyjah, she doesn't feel like her hair fits her because of how she looks. When you look at Deyjah, people would assume under that lace front that she has more loose textured hair, right? But when she takes it off, her hair texture is like that of T.I. And so that bothers her because people say that in the South. Like if you don't have certain features and you're light skin, they'll say things like, what a waste of light skin. Meaning like, oh, how you that light but you got kinky hair? Or how you that light and you don't look X, Y, and Z, right? And people, you know, people say things like that. And so I think probably what happened is that her growing up, she heard that a lot. And it's, you know, it's bothered her. Like, oh, I wouldn't think that your hair was that kinky. I wouldn't think you had that type of hair because of how she looks phenotypically. Just like, let's keep it real. When you see a dark-skinned woman, people automatically assume that if you're dark-skinned, you're supposed to have 4C hair. And not all dark-skinned people have 4C hair. There's plenty of black women, dark-skinned black women, who have like 3C, 4A hair. I remember when we used to do like fashion shows and hair shows. And I remember there was a lighter skinned girl there and she was one of the models, but her hair was 4C. It was very, very kinky. And I remember her even telling me, because I had like my afro and, you know, things like that, but my hair is more loose than hers. And she even told me there, like, she would assume that her hair texture would be on my head and my hair texture would be on her head. And I'm like, why? Because you're light skinned? I said, you understand not every dark skinned person has 4C hair. You know, so people like really think like that. Think about when a dark skinned person has like hair like Kenya Moore or Bernice Burgos, right? They have a more looser pattern hair, or Chili from TLC. She's darker skinned with that loose hair. Look how people are just, they praise them. It's always a shock. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? When that particular hair texture is on a dark-skinned woman, they get praised and idolized. It's almost like, well, yeah, even though you're dark, at least you have quote-unquote good hair. Like it could be worse. You could be dark with you know, kinky hair. Like these are real conversations that people have. So I hope nobody's taking offense. I'm speaking the truth right now. Okay? So the same way people get shocked when a dark-skinned woman has more loose hair, or you know, or a coveted texture. And let's keep it real. Most people covered hair that's in the 3s. That's the hair texture that's more praised. That's what you see on magazines. That's what most people's weaves look like. It's more the 3 textured hair. You're not seeing a lot of people walking around with a 4C lace front. Let's keep that real, right? So when you have a light-skinned woman like Deyjah, and she has more kinky hair, 4C hair, it really bothers them. Remember, that was Doja Cat's issue. She's a biracial person with 4C hair. That's not usually how that works. Phenotypically, that's more rare. You're going to have a biracial person whose hair texture is more in the 3s. So when they're in the 4s, oh, it drives the white mother crazy because that hair is not that 4C hair needs more care. It needs more moisture. You have to really learn how to deal with 4C hair because even though it looks tough, it can be easily damaged if you don't know what you're doing. You can straighten it and damage it with heat. It can get drier easier. So that's a hair texture that takes more work. Anybody can say that. So when you have a biracial person who has that hair texture, that makes it a lot harder for the white mother. And a lot of times they get upset because that child does not have a hair texture that's closer to theirs. And then they project that hatred onto that biracial child. That's what happened with Doja Cat, I believe. That's why she had so many issues with her hair. So I think that's what's going on with Deyjah. And she can say, well, I didn't say skin tone. I didn't mention skin color. No, you didn't, Deyjah. But the fact that you said that your hair does not fit you, you're subconsciously saying that it does not fit you because of how you look phenotypically. Because phenotypically, most people would assume that a woman who is Deyjah's color and who has her features, she would not have that texture hair. Also, let's not forget her siblings, like Zanique has a biracial mom. So Zanique's natural hair texture is more loose. The other girl, Harris, the baby, her mother is biracial. Her mother is tiny. So her hair texture is more loose. But Deyjah's mom is just a light-skinned Black woman. So Deyjah, her hair took more after T.I. So she's not saying anything. I don't want to knock her. I don't think she's saying anything that I haven't heard people say. I would say that's more kitchen table talk. You know what I'm saying? But the sad part is there's so many stereotypes, right? People will automatically assume because you're a dark-skinned woman, you must have short hair, it doesn't grow. Like, yeah, I wear wigs, but anybody who knows me knows that my natural hair is longer than this weave, And I remember I did a video a few years ago when Kenya Moore was on the Real Housewives, and she was like, when she had busted in at Marlo's weave selling event, like she had like some type of weave party, and Kenya Moore busting with her hair products, and she just kept talking about her hair, and Tanya came out and found that Kenya was putting pieces in her hair, and Kenya was like really, really pissed off because for so long Kenya Moore was always praised for having quote unquote good hair, especially for being a dark-skinned woman. So a lot of times that can have the opposite effect where some women get so gassed up, everything is about their hair. And I had to remind Kenya, ma'am, you're not a unicorn. There's a lot of dark-skinned women out here who have long hair, regardless of the texture. People who have 4A, 4B, 4C hair can also grow long hair past their shoulders. So let's stop acting like dark-skinned women having, quote unquote, long hair, some type of unicorn, some type of anomaly. It's not. If you take care of it, if you condition it, if you wash it, put the right products in it, your hair will grow and it will grow healthy. So Deyjah, what I'm gonna need you to do, sis, you got too much money and you have too much access to things. You need to learn how to take care of your hair, maybe hire somebody to help you take care of your natural hair. Don't just slap a wig on your hair and then leave your natural hair underneath, not taken care of. Because that's the best way that's the quickest way, to damage your hair, especially when your hair is 4C hair. Because like I said, just because 4C hair is thick does not mean that it's not fragile. It's about how you take care of it. It needs moisture. You need like a wide tooth comb. You have to baby that hair just like you would if the hair was 3A. So she just needs to really learn how to take care of her hair. All hair is good hair. So don't mistake me when I'm saying quote unquote good hair. that's the shit that people say. Let's not get in the chat and act brand new. People say this all the time in the real world. But at the end of the day, all hair is good hair. It's all about how you maintain it, how you take care of it. And as long as you're taking care of your hair, it will be okay. But you can't say that hair looks better on other people, because what you're low-key saying is that hair would look better on somebody like me as opposed to you, based on how we look phenotypically. Even though she didn't bring up skin tone, that's what she's low-key thinking, because I'm sure that's what she's been told her whole life. Like, you too like to have that type of hair texture. Why your hair so kinky? Why your hair so nappy? You know how people say shit to kids? Stuff like that really sticks with children. Because I know how dark-skinned women get it. So imagine her being light-skinned with 4C hair. She probably got it even worse, right? Because people would automatically assume that she wouldn't have that particular hair texture, just like with Doja Cat. So then that ends up being self-loathing. They end up internalizing it. But I want her to know that her hair is good hair. She just has to learn how to maintain it and how to take care of it. There's nothing wrong with it. The fact that you have hair on your head is a blessing. You know how many women out here suffer from alopecia, or, have unfortunately have to have cancer and their hair fell out? So be grateful that you even have hair, So the whole hair discussion, I mean, hell, we can talk about that shit for the next 3 hours. But yeah, the main thing is to just take care of it. And I always find it really sad when I see women who take more care of their wigs. You got, people have whole wig wash days. What you doing? I'm washing and conditioning my wigs. I'm washing all 30 wigs. It'll be a whole Saturday spent washing their wigs. But then only want to wash their hair twice a month. Come on now. You can't take better care of this fucking dead Ming Su hair than the shit on top of your head. Gotta wash your hair minimum 1 time a week. Sometimes 2. Moisturize every night. Leave-in conditioner, natural products, coconut oil, shea butter. Take care of your own hair first. Your own hair is what really counts, what really matters. Because you have to be happy with what you see in the mirror first before all of this comes on. If you're only happy once this is on your head, or once you're all made up, you need to reevaluate things. You should be just as happy without a wig on. So I just hope, she eventually gets the help that she needs on her hair. Maybe reach out to a few natural hair beauticians and things like that. But she shouldn't feel that way. So that always makes me sad when young people feel that way about their hair. Because regardless of your hair texture, you should love your hair. Nobody, like I always say, none of us can help how we were born. Nobody can. Even like with my kids, my oldest son, his hair texture is totally different than my youngest son. And I had to raise them knowing that both of you guys have good hair. Why? Because your mom washes it, conditions it, takes care of it. I used to make them their own products and, let my youngest know that his hair is just as good as his brother's hair, because kids can be cruel. People would say things to him about his hair, and now he loves his hair. He's able to lock it up. He started his little lock journey and stuff. I started it for him. He loves his hair. He's seeing now that it grows. He's able to do certain styles with his hair that his brother can't. So just love how God made you. He makes no mistakes, regardless of your features, regardless of your skin tone, your hair texture. Just be grateful, because you have a lot of people, like I said, who don't even have hair. So be very grateful for what you have. So on that note, you guys, this was an excellent stream, man. I've been on here for 1 hour and 38 minutes. We hit up all the topics. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna read some more super chats and I'm gonna get out of here. But this was a good stream. There was no interruptions. So thank you to the YouTube gods for leaving my stream alone. Let's see here. Okay, Molly C sent 10 says T is trying to get me fired. Show me the Suki porn video. My phone was sitting on the lunchroom table when you were about to show the ass eating screenshot. Oh Lord, don't get fired, sis. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lovely Javid says, damn, I don't even know what I'm doing. Anyways, here's the super chat. Thanks, T. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Elia Nicole says, do you think Louisiana will go underwater at some point? Yes. I talked about this a few years ago. The entire coastline, many coastal cities, not just in America, but around the world, they're sinking. As the polar ice caps are melting because the earth is getting warmer, right? Global warming, these crazy fires that happen every year constantly. I remember, I believe it was in 2020, I had posted something on Instagram that at one point it was colder in Minnesota than in Antarctica. Antarctica was experiencing some type of heat wave for a week, and that caused the ice to melt even more. So as the polar ice caps are melting, it's causing the sea levels to rise. So places like Louisiana, cities like New Orleans, which is a fishbowl anyways, Houston, Miami is definitely sinking. A lot of these cities may not be here in the next 20 years. New York as well. A lot of cities are sinking. California as well. So that's why I say, well, we can't really vacation like we used to, but go out and go see things. That's why when I would go to Miami, go down to Florida. Yes, I love South Beach. Yes, I love, kicking it, going to the clubs, but y'all know me. I take my ass right to the Everglades and I spend time with the gators and I go to the swamps. I like natural stuff like that. I don't do cats, but I love alligators. I love going to the swamps because that stuff may not be here in 20 years. The Everglades are shrinking. And this is why the hurricanes are getting worse, because that natural protective barrier, like the barrier reefs and all that stuff that used to protect the wetlands, they used to protect like New Orleans and Florida, all that stuff has been cut down and destroyed because for some reason, everybody wanted to live literally near the water. People were never meant to live that close to the water. So, yeah, they may not be here in the next 20 years. A lot of coastal cities, even certain parts of Nigeria, are sinking. In Japan, China, a lot of those cities are sinking as well. So it's you can read up more about it. But I do a lot of research. I'm very much into the environments and things like that. I enjoy things like that. So, but there's definitely a lot of information. This is why it's called racial gentrification. I believe that's the name. I might be wrong. I think that's the name. Racial gentrification is going on in places like Florida, especially like in Miami. They're trying to get rid of Little Haiti. Because remember, 20, 30 years ago, all the rich white people wanted to be near the water. So like the South Beach area, near the bays and things like that. Well, now what they're finding out is that in a lot of the hoods are in the drier parts of the city. So now they're buying out the trailer parks in Florida. They're buying out parts of Little Haiti and other cities that are more higher lying because the water is getting so bad down there in Miami where when it rains, the streets flood. I remember the last time I was there, it was raining and literally the water was to my ankles because water just comes right up, from like the sewer and stuff like that. So now what they're trying to do is move those people who have been there for generations. They're trying to buy their property out from under them because a lot of these people are renting. A lot of them, they don't own the property. So now they're like offering money to the owners of the property, and these people are selling and putting out the Haitians and putting out, the poorer people. So that way they can start building condos and things there because the whole South Beach area is sinking. So that's something a lot of people don't want to talk about, but that's something if you want to, definitely do more research. It's a real thing that's happening all across the country where a lot of people are being displaced because now those same people who are living near the water are trying to come further inland. So let's see here. Toxic Punk says gentrification is going on here in Oklahoma. We are the north side. Now they want to move us to the south side where the lakes are. Yep. Anywhere near large bodies of water, they are moving where a lot of white people resided who had money. Because remember, all those lakefront homes and beach homes, those are worth millions of dollars. But now, because of the constant hurricanes and the global warming, people don't want to be bothered with that anymore. And insurance is not trying to cover this stuff anymore. You know, it's not worth it for them to cover homes on the coast. So now that's why a lot of people are running from these coastal cities and trying to go further inland. But they're displacing a lot of people of color who could never afford to live by the water in the first place. So it's really sad. It's really sad. Definitely read up on it and do your research. But thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Kilolo. I like that name, Kilolo. Oh, hold on. It just disappeared. See if I can go back up. Okay, she said $9.99. She says, hey, boo, I'm finishing up at work. Paralegal in the Army. Who do I see live? Auntie, I hope you have a good day. YouTube acts right. I can't wait to watch when I get home. Thank you so much. And thank you also for your services. Child, the Army. I know you've seen that Army that went, the Army man, the Marine, and I forget his name. I apologize. But he went off on the military about people taking accountability, like the generals and stuff, for the botched job that happened in Afghanistan. And so he came back to Facebook and said that they basically kicked him out the Marines. And he's also going to forfeit his benefits. He doesn't want his retirement. And he was only 3 years from retiring. He had been in the military for the past 17 years. Child, it's a whole mess. The mainstream media, they're not talking about it. But I'm sure being that you're in the military, y'all know about it. It's been like this big drama with this Marine on Facebook. So I've been keeping up, just sipping tea. I've been sipping that Marine tea. But yeah, that whole Afghanistan situation, oh my gosh. I feel bad for whoever got left there. I feel bad for whoever got left there. Because I don't know if they're ever going to be able to come home now that we've completely pulled out. So it's sad. Yeah, they fired him. They fired him. If somebody knows his name, y'all can write it. I can't think of, it's Staff Sergeant somebody. But yeah, they got rid of him. It's like the big talk on Facebook. The mainstream is not covering it. You got to go to all the alternative news places to watch it. Do a show on the Marines. You know, I don't really speak on the military because I don't think it's my place. I've never been to the military. I only know like a few. I know more people from the military via what I do on YouTube. To be honest with you, I don't really have a lot of friends. Like I think I have like one, like my kids' cousin. He was a Marine. I probably know like maybe one or two people in the real world, but most of the people I know in the military have been like people who watch me on YouTube. Like I had no idea that people in the military watch me until I remember when I did my first video, a bunch of Army girls were sending me requests because this was like years ago when the Army was saying that women couldn't wear their hair a certain way, like natural hair women. And so it was like all these girls in the military that were like emailing me like, can you please talk about this? And I'm like, you watch me? Like I didn't know they could watch YouTube videos at the time. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about like the military like that. I just thought they just had to like, you know, do military stuff. I didn't know like they were able to like watch us on YouTube. So I have like a pretty decent sized military following. And I've gotten to know a lot of military members on my Discord, you know, so I just love hearing their stories. And I remember the one girl was writing about when their plane got shot down and how she still has PTSD from that. And you'd be shocked because it's like she's gorgeous. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm always shocked when I see people and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a military person. Wow. Like, I don't know, it just amazes me because it's you have to be such a selfless person, right? To be willing to put your life on the line at any time. You know, you never know when you take on that assignment if you're going to come home. You know, look at the 13 people who got killed in Afghanistan. And they were just there, you know, trying to check people in on the planes, and they were just doing their job. You know, these are young people. So my hat definitely goes out to like people who serve in the military. Ronan, who's like one of my really good friends, he was in the Marine for years. So I learned a lot about the Marines from him. But I just don't think it's like my place, you know what I mean, to come on and like talk military stuff, because I've never been in the military. You know, I'll say that for like YouTubers who are in the military, because I don't want to say anything to disrespect them, because I really have a lot of respect for people who are that selfless. I just do. So thank you for, you know, for y'all service. It's much appreciated, because we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing if it wasn't for them keeping this country safe. So much respect. Let's see here. Alex sent 20. She says, the attorney's name is April Anita Robinson, accredited attorney in Atlanta, Black female, 11 years old. I'm the Biz, 2 interviews on YouTube. You can start there. Been watching you for years. She brings receipts like you. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that. I'll definitely check it out, because I do want to know more about that Costco situation. Even Stevens says, can you also reiterate your views on the Chinese businessman buying property here and how we need to buy property now? Well, if you don't know, oh God, this might be a 2-hour stream. I'm sorry. It's already like 1 hour and 50 minutes, but let me talk about this real quick. Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, because he's trying to, you know, get reelected. So that's one of the things that he's promising, that he's no longer going to let Chinese business people buy any more property in Canada. And I think the same thing should happen here, because, and I hope I don't sound like, I guess, because y'all just like to pull out any phobic word. I don't think I sound xenophobic when I say this, but how is it fair that Chinese people in China can buy land and buy property here in America? I don't think that's fair, because you have American people here who are desperate, who are trying to buy houses. We're competing with American businesses who are buying houses to rent to people for twice the price, right? So why should some random company or Chinese businessman who doesn't even live here have a chance to buy property in America? As an American person, you can't go to China and buy no property. They won't sell you. So why do we allow Chinese business people to come and buy property and buy homes here in America? You know, and I get it, you know, all money, you know, is green, but not when it takes away from Americans who want home ownership. So I think what Justin Trudeau is saying makes perfect sense. And I hope they do that here in America, because they also own a lot of our infrastructure. If people don't know, they own some of our bridges, tunnels. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But America's literally being bought and sold, you know, continuously. It's been going on for years. It's just not being spoken about, because people are looking for housing and they're looking around and it's like the housing prices are so outrageous, or there's nothing left. And they're not understanding that they're not competing with other families for that home. They're competing with like literally business entities. So yeah, it's sad. I don't think that makes me xenophobic, but you know, somebody will write it in the chat or something. I just don't think that they should be here buying property. That's just my opinion. Ray Sean Williams says, wishing the best for you, T. Thank you so much, Ray Sean. Michael Jackson, sent $5. He says, love you, T. It's about 2 a.m. on the hub. You talking about on Pornhub? Thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. Love Yourself First says, love you, T. I really appreciate your videos and positive energy. You really help me when I'm feeling low. That's awesome to hear. Thank you so much. I hope you're feeling better. I hope everything gets better for you as well. Stephanie O sent $9.99. She says, love you, T. Going through a hard breakup and trying to survive law school. Watching your videos make me happy. Thanks for all you do. That's awesome. I'm glad that my videos help you. I'm sorry about your breakup, but definitely use that to motivate you to finish law school. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you'll probably meet somebody way better, who has themselves together and who's also a fellow lawyer. So maybe that breakup happened for a reason, because it's making space for somebody else to come into your life. So thank you so much for the super chat. Miranda says, hey, Auntie, you look lovely. Cheetah girl today. Stay safe. I definitely will. Thank you so much, sis. Kay Newell says, You just touched me with your personal situation. I'm only 24 and I also battle certain health issues. Thank you, T. Thank you for that message of courage. You are definitely welcome and thank you so much for coming through. And yes, just stay strong. You know, health issues or not, we can all only live one day at a time, you know? So just continue to just stay strong and take care of yourself the best way that you can. So thank you so much for coming through. Unique Butterfly says, I will definitely keep you in my prayers, sending you healing energy all around you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. D-Love says, I wish the proud, natural Black women and girls would get just as much media attention. Well, you know, anything positive, anything high vibrational, they won't talk about it. They don't really push it. You literally have to go searching for it. But anything debaucherous, oh, it's right there in your face. It's right there for all to see. It's the #1 trending topic, you know, so it's really sad. It's really sad. Anton Nadon says, all prayers up to you, T, with your upcoming surgery. You got a grown man ready out here to cry. Oh, don't cry. Thank you so much for the super chat. Don't cry. I cried enough. So, you know, I'm just going to stay positive. But thank you so much. I really appreciate your message. It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to stay strong. You know, it's not the first time. I've had several, you know, surgeries throughout the years. So it's just another one to add to the roster. But I can't lie, I'm tired. You know, I'm definitely tired of them. But, you know, nothing I can do. But thank you so much. I appreciate your message. Isis James says, I remember when I was in high school, I begged my mom to stop putting perms in my hair because I love how the natural hair looks. Been natural for almost 5 years, 4C gang. That's what's up. Congratulations to you. Yeah, I don't think I could ever go back to a perm. I don't think like, and it feels weird for me to like think about, I've been natural now probably like almost 10 years. Even that feels weird to say because like, perming your hair was like something you did, you know what, like once a month, once every month and a half. I mean, from the time you were little. I remember I got my first perm when I was 5. My mom put a perm in my hair. You know what I mean? And it was like ever since then, it was just, you know, repeat, you know, until I finally just decided to just chop it all off. So, you know, congratulations to you for being natural. Let's see here. Moham sent another 10. She says, I can understand not liking your hair because for a while having straight/wavy hair is better. At one point, I didn't like mine either, but with some practice and education, you come to enjoy it. Exactly. You know, that's why I said I can't knock her because I went through the same thing, you know, where even when I was perming my hair, I didn't like my hair. It's like, dang, it doesn't grow. It's just hair. It's just here. I had to perm it. It was annoying. But then once I got to learn how to take care of my hair and, you know, even when it was permed, I went on my hair journey. So it was still growing. But once I learned how to properly take care of it, it made a world of difference. And it definitely like helped my hair self-esteem. It made me like my hair a lot more. Because there was a point where I hated my hair just because I didn't know how to take care of it besides perming it. So that's what I'm saying. Like she just really has to educate herself. And I think once she educates herself and she becomes more comfortable and, you know, gets it out her mind that because she's light skinned, she shouldn't have this texture hair because that's what is subconsciously still in her mind. Once she gets over that, she'll understand that there's nothing wrong with her hair. She just has to take care of it a little bit differently than her sisters. And that's it. So thank you for that. Shelly J says, people are surprised they see my curl pattern and ask how I get my hair like that. And when I say all I do is wash it, they're shocked. Yep. And looking at your pictures because you're a dark-skinned female. Yeah, it's, you know, again, it's just like this stereotype that's kind of been ingrained in us. Like when we see somebody darker, they're not supposed to have that particular hair texture. Or when you see somebody lighter, they're supposed to have a particular hair texture. And when it's the opposite, it's like it shocks the hell out of people. It's the weirdest thing, but yeah, people get really shocked by that. Miss Melanated says, when you start to complain about your hair, think about people with cancer and alopecia. Exactly. Thank you for that. Blatino says, she said, Ming Su hair, I can't stand you. That's what I call it. I call it Ming Su hair, honey. Came from the good people of China. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the super chat. Ro Asman says, finally caught a live. Much love to you. Much love to you as well. I'm gonna try and finish reading all these super chats and I'm gonna leave. Teresa L says, I love tuning into your live streams because you are well-rounded and talk about a range of different topics. Love from Australia. Thank you so much, Teresa. And I hope you are doing okay because your country is bugging. Okay? The lockdowns in Australia, they were literally giving me anxiety. When I was like watching different Australians talk about the lockdown, I was disgusted. Like, if I don't know you guys, and I don't know if they've been since lifted, but I know this was like a week ago. So I don't know if anything has changed since then. There were places in Australia where people could not leave 5 kilometers from their house. So like, let's say you're in a particular city and you want to go to the next city over, you couldn't in Australia because of the C-19 lockdowns. They were that bad in Australia. And like, they were of course forcing the vaccine. There was all types of shutdowns going on with people. And I know a lot of Australians were like really upset. They put out a warrant for somebody who coughed in the elevator because he had been diagnosed with C-19. And so he was never supposed to leave the house. And so he got caught in the elevator. Nobody was in the elevator. He was by himself. He coughed. And they put out a warrant for his arrest. I watched them arrest some kids at the beach. They said you guys were not allowed to watch sunsets at the beach, even though it's outside. There was like an 8 p.m. curfew. Child, I was so upset watching that. I'm like, if that comes to America, it's gonna be some trouble. I just don't see it happening in America. Fingers crossed. But yeah, they were definitely going through it last week and the past few weeks in Australia. So thank you for coming through and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, only 1,000 deaths. Like, you would have thought the whole population in Australia was dying. It was like only 1,000 deaths, you know, rest in peace to the 1,000 people. But there's like 28 million people or some shit in Australia. And it's like, you guys are doing all this. It didn't make any sense. And that's why they keep rioting in Europe, because they're making the restrictions harder and harder. So, and then if y'all don't know, there's a whole nother C-19 strain. This came out today. I had to Google it and research. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? It's called the long C-19. Let me show y'all because I don't want to say the name. Which I can Google it. This is the newest strain and it affects children now. The long C-19. I'm like, it's always something. Like what next? So no longer the short. I didn't know there was a short one, but there's a long one now. This was trending on Twitter earlier. People were pissed. Like, what the fuck is a long C-19? But it's a new strain that affects children. So I don't know, y'all. I just be trying to keep up with the mess. I just try and keep up and just stay in the know of everything. Let's see here. I'm gonna read a few more, then I'm gonna go. B1 sister says, praying for you, sis. Thank you so much. Robin V, what's up, sis? She came through. She sent 5. She says, that's why I can't find a home to buy here in New Mexico, because everything is being brought up by companies, equal price inflation. Anyways, you are the bomb.com. Love you, T. I love you too, and thank you so much for coming through. And I know you and your girlfriend, y'all have been looking for a while for a home. But keep looking. I hope something, you know, comes up. But yeah, that's the part I don't understand, is why they're allowing Chinese investors and businesses to buy single family homes. And like I said, what's going to happen is that the rent is going to go sky high, you know, for people who are, you know, having to rent now. So it's just like a really bad revolving chain of events. But I hope you guys are able to find something soon. Don't give up. Keep looking. If you need to, send a letter. My cousin sent a home. He was trying to get a townhome. When he went on the walkthrough, he wrote a letter to the homeowner, like, you know, please, I will, you know, treat this home like it's mine. I'm a huge Vikings fan. Wrote them a whole Dear John letter, but guess what? He got the house. Sure did. So even sometimes something as simple as writing a letter. because people will be more likely to sell to a real person as opposed to a business. Because some people don't understand that it's also businesses that are bidding for their homes. So maybe try that as well, because it really worked for my cousin. He moved into his house like a few weeks ago. So shout out to him. First time homeowner. So I've been encouraging everybody to just, if you can, just keep trying. So good luck, sis. Let's see here. Navy girl retired says, I'm retired military, joined in 96 before cell phones. I appreciate how you don't talk down on the military. Some of us joined to get out the hood. We don't support all this mess, but it's a job. Hashtag retired at 38. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. And thank you for your service and for all you do. And yeah, you know, I've never been one to blame the military, because at the end of the day, you guys are taking orders from superiors and people above, you know, so, and most people in the military do not agree with what happened with Afghanistan, but unfortunately they know they can't speak out against it, you know, so because then they'll face ramifications. But thank you so much for the super chat, and thanks for coming through. African Hair God says, we all have to work on not only ourselves, but our young daughters and sons. We have to teach them how to love themselves and appreciate their own sense of beauty. Thank you for all you do, T. Thank you so much, and that is the truth. That is so true. It all starts at home. It starts with your parenting and how you raise your kids, and teaching your kids to love themselves and love how God made them. You know, and especially if you have kids who have like different hair textures or different skin tones. Maybe you have a light-skinned daughter and a dark-skinned daughter, because again, kids can come out looking any type of way, right? Genetics. Maybe you have a kid who has blue eyes and the other ones have brown eyes. You know, teach them to love their beauty, their own individual beauty, and let them know that, you know, one is not better than the other. And I think you are definitely right. It definitely starts in the home. So thank you so much for that. Little Eyed says, CDC says you can buy your hair if it won't grow. You can buy your hair if it won't grow. You can, yeah, I remember you can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup the Mac can make. Yes, that was my song back in the day. I'm pretty. Thank you so much. I love you, sis, and thanks for coming through. Miss Melanated says, my hair is natural and healthy. My sister is super thin, and my sister's hair is super thin. She still uses chemicals. Yes, those chemicals play a big toll. Now, some people can perm their hair. I'm not against perms, because people have to do what works for them. I'm not about perm shaming. I don't believe in that. But the chemicals, they can cause your hair to be more damaged. But there are some people who understand how to put a perm in their hair properly, and their hair is just as healthy. So it all depends. But if you're having issues, because for me, the perm was killing my hair. And if you're having issues with your hair thinning and not being healthy and bouncy, try going natural. And, you know, try that and see if that helps. Because sometimes it is the chemicals from the perm. So thank you for that. Precious B says, hey, T, love you. Just purchased a new home. The day I moved in, I got an offer from a business. Be careful. Wow. Thank you so much for the super chat. And yes, enjoy your new home. Do not sell to a business. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your house, because what they're trying to get people to do is to own nothing and be happy. So at least you own your home. So yes, enjoy and congratulations. Brizza B says, did you see what's going on in Texas? It's getting crazy. No, let me Google Texas real quick. What is going on in Texas? Y'all be asking questions with no info behind it. Oh, okay, the abortion ban. As soon as I Googled it, it came right up. Yeah, I heard about that earlier. Yeah, the abortion ban. I think they can't get abortions after 6 weeks or something like that. Or did they just ban it indefinitely? Does it stop at a point, or is it just you can't get abortions anymore in Texas? It's just, again, my body, my choice. I'm trying to see if there's more info, but this was a stupid article. It's like a sentence long. Let me put in abortion. I'm trying to see, is it, okay, so 6 weeks. So it is 6 weeks. Okay. That's what I thought. So anything after 6 weeks, after a heartbeat is detected. Okay, so they're not just banning it outright. They're banning it after 6 weeks. Now, some people are saying that, well, some women don't know that they're pregnant until they're further along because sometimes you don't realize it. Well, if you live in Texas, you probably want to pay attention to your damn period. If you're having unprotected sex, you're not, using anything, any form of birth control, you better pay close attention because after 6 weeks, if you live in Texas, you'll be forced to keep that baby. But again, I'm not surprised because again, these are the same folks who are trying to demand that people get the vaccine who don't want it. It's all medical tyranny, if you ask me. Forcing of the vaccine, now telling people when they can and can't, get an abortion. And then again, it's like, well, how far do you go? Because I remember hearing about people getting abortions at like 6 months. And at that point, is that really an abortion? Because you can go into labor at 6 months, and granted the baby will be a pound, but babies have been saved and lived. So, I mean, once you get so far along, I don't know, that just kind of doesn't, not judging anybody, but it doesn't really sit well with me. That people can get abortions up until 6 months. Like I remember somebody who was like very far along in her pregnancy, like between 5 and 6 months, and she got mad at her baby daddy and she just went and got an abortion. And it's just like, well, why even go that many months? And you're getting attached to the baby and the babies are getting attached to you. At like 6 weeks, early on, it's mainly cells. There's, not a whole lot of attachment. But at 6 months, that baby's kicking. So I do agree that it needs to be cut off somewhere. But I mean, I remember back in the day, and I don't know if it's changed, but yeah, back in the day when we were growing up, you could go up until like 6, 7 months. It's like, well, at that point, is that not a baby? Like a real living baby? So I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that's a bit too far. But yeah, 6 weeks, you're going to have to pay very close attention. And I don't want to be like, well, you should be on birth control because sometimes birth control can fail. But just pay very close attention. You don't want to get yourself into a situation. Who is that? Ooh, scared the hell out of me. Oh, these kids are playing basketball. I just seen a head just run across the screen. But yeah, so you just want to pay close attention. That's the new rule in Texas. But yeah, I don't believe that abortion should be performed that far along. Because 5, 6 months, like what are you at that point? What options are you weighing out? If you're going in your 5, 6 months, at some point you wanted to keep that child, right? So it's just, I don't know, it's strange. And then I know people can say, well, what if that person was raped, or what if it's incest? Well, let's not act like that's like the majority of the case. A lot of those cases are rarities. It happens, don't get me wrong. But let's not act like every abortion situation is because of rape and incest. So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But good luck to everybody in Texas. I would just say, just pay very, very close attention to your body. So that way you don't get caught up, or, better yet, get on a very strong form of birth control, IUD, possibly Depo, something that has like a higher percentage of not failing if you're not ready for kids yet, because condoms are just, child, been done forgot to put on that damn condom. And a lot of y'all like it raw. So I'm just saying, baby, I like it raw. A lot of y'all like it raw. So if you're not ready for a kid, get on the damn IUD. Y'all have no filter. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. A lot of y'all like it damn raw. So yeah, you're gonna have to find a really strong form of birth control. Because things happen. So that we don't get caught up in this whole Texas abortion ban. Let's see here. Ariel Waters. Hey, sis. Miss Portia Jr., I remember your name. She says, hey, auntie, it's Portia Jr. from the green room. I was having a rough day today. This live made my day. That is awesome. Thank you so much. This girl calls in. She's called in twice. She sounds just like Portia, and she's so funny. So thank you so much for the super chat. I'm glad that the stream made you feel a lot better. Let's see here. Kelly Rubio, thank you for the 99-cent super chat. Appreciate you. B. Erica Santan says the fetus ain't seen on imaging until 6 weeks. Imaging is needed prior to aborting. I guess it's all different for different people. I guess, if you catch it enough, or if you knew that you had unprotected sex and, you didn't get your period and then you take a pregnancy test, maybe. But yeah, 6 weeks is not a big time frame. Maybe 12 weeks would be better. So I don't know. I think that that is really short, but I also don't agree with them going into like 6-7 months. Like at that point, that's just a bit much. So I wish they would find a happier medium, but I don't know. But, they've made it into law now, so there's not much I can do about it. But I would just say, just try your best to protect yourself to not get into that situation, Fatomata Berry said $9.99. She says, hey, T, Netflix just released a Netflix documentary series on 9/11 and the war on terror. Just started watching it and how the U.S. got into Afghanistan. It's interesting for sure. By the way, you look lovely, T. Thank you so much. We might have to watch that on the Discord. That sounds interesting. So we might have to do a Netflix and chill. We haven't had one of those in a few weeks. So we might, that's something we could definitely watch on Discord. So thank you so much for that. Glam Girl says, love you, T. You're such a blessing. Hit that like, people. Yes, please hit the like button. Appreciate y'all for that. Black Batman says, hey, lovely T, how do you feel about Joe Biden? I feel like something's going on with him. I feel like someone else is in charge. Okay. Booty and Boots sent $4.99. Tiffany B says, sending love and light and energy to you. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. So the last question I'm going to answer is Black Batman. Something is going on with Mr. Biden. At this point, it's creeping me out. He does not, and I'm no disrespect to him, he does not look like he's all there. The constant stuttering, the forgetting, the mumbling. And then when they were asking about the whole Afghanistan situation, and he put his head down or something, he just doesn't seem coherent. I just don't know. And then he's even said that when he was reading his notes, he was like, yeah, they told me to say this, or they were telling me who to pick to, whose questions to answer next. So I'm going, it's like, I wasn't a fan of Trump, but this whole situation with Biden, I don't know. I don't know who's leading us at this point. It's weird. It's really weird. He's old. He just seems confused. He seems stressed. When he started yelling, when they asked him at the press conference, they're like, are you not going to speak on Afghanistan? And he was like, I want to talk about nice things. I don't want to talk about that. Then he tried to walk off and he almost ran into the door. Then he turned around. I'm like, where's he going? You're the president of the United States. He just doesn't seem all there. I've been watching him literally ever since he got into office. It seems like he's gotten worse. Like whatever is ailing him, it's gotten worse. I don't know. But I don't feel confident though with him at the wheel. I don't know. It's scary. Yeah, he's just old. It seems like he's about to just fall asleep as he's talking. He does not seem like he's all there. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he just doesn't seem like he's all there. Let's see here. Virgo Love Queen says, I did an ultrasound with a baby that does not have a skull. She will have to carry the baby to term. By the way, I'm in Texas. Wait, what? The baby doesn't have a skull? I don't even know how that works. So does it have a head? Oh, I couldn't even imagine what that looks like. That's sad. So they won't they won't even do like in that type of situation a medical abortion, because I'm assuming the baby doesn't even have a skull, the baby doesn't have a brain, so the baby is just really just matter. So they're not doing any exemptions in Texas for a situation like that. That is sad. Who wants to go full term with literally a baby that's not fully there? That's sad. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that. I didn't even think that it included that. That's scary. That's scary. Pinky Santan says, in reference to Joe Biden, watch The Manchurian Candidate. Oh, we watched that movie. Yeah. He's not the one running the show. I don't know who is, but it's not him. But thank you for the super chat, sis. Booty and Boots says, my friend sent me a video of you talking about C19. I thought y'all was cuckoo in the head, but everything you said has come to pass. You be on it. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. I'm the cuckoo bird of YouTube. But everything I've said concerning C19, the vaccine passports, you know, the lockdowns. Remember when I showed y'all the kids in China with masks on last year? And I said, do y'all see these kids in elementary school getting temperature checks and having to wear masks? I said, this is going to happen in America. Oh, I got cussed out. I had family cussing me out. Even on my personal Facebook page, people was dragging me. That would never happen here. You need to stop reaching. You're a damn conspiracy theorist. You're always talking negatively. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be negative. Whatever happens overseas eventually trickles here. What happened? That school year, they sent out a notice. If your kids come to school this year, they'll all be wearing a mask, temperature checks, everything came to pass. So thank you so much. Yeah. And I feel no ways no more. People can call me crazy and talk all this shit they want to, but it's been too many things I've said on this platform that have come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for giving my props. I appreciate it. So on that note, you guys, I really have to go. It's getting late. B. Erica says alopecia is the condition, major part. Oh, I thought it said alopecia. Anacephalia. I don't know how to say it. Anacephaly is the condition. Major parts of the brain don't develop and the life ends within a month after birth. Wow. So this is not unusual. It's happened before. They need to allow people like that to be able to get abortions, because I'm assuming that's something they can detect a lot earlier. It's not like they're detecting it when the woman is 5 or 6 months. So that's sad if she has to go to full term with that. That's heartbreaking. Virgo Queen says, yes, not anymore after a certain time frame. The brain was messed up. You're welcome. Okay, thank you so much for that. Yeah, they should allow it in those cases because it's not a full developed human being. And that's sad, because when you give birth, regardless if your child is 1 or 2 pounds or a 10-pound baby, it's the same pain. I mean, it's more pain if the child is a 10-pound child, don't get me wrong. But when you're going through a live birth, it's the same contractions, stress, anxiety. So what mother wants to put her body at risk when they know that they're not even getting a full, healthy baby at the end of that? That is sad. That's heartbreaking. That's real sad. Hoo-wee. So yeah, Texas, y'all need to change that part of the law. They at least need to allow for situations like that, some type of exemption. So on that note, you guys, I've been on here for 2.5 hours. This was an awesome stream. I didn't mean for it to go that long, but there was just a lot of good discussions, lots of good questions. So I appreciate you guys for spending your time with me this evening. So I'll be back again. I'll probably do a podcast, maybe tomorrow or something like that. So you guys have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.